Okay, he's almost getting there. I had to get a little extra polyfill. Some of it had matted. This is exactly what happens inside the doll when they move their arms around. The matting, the batting just gets into that circular motion from the, but it's, you know, I'm just going to throw that part away, but you get the idea. Okay, so here he is. Let me see if you are on the camera. Here he is without his head. I've got his waist pretty well done. I see that I have a little spot here, so what I've done is I've taken a knitting needle and I'm going to go down in there and see if I can push some of that batting down around that thigh that didn't quite get enough stuffing in there. So I just want to make sure there's no, that's why you do the little pieces. If you do the thick stuff, you can't move it around, but if you do little pieces of stuffing, you can pretty much fill in spots that you didn't get the first time around. So let's see where we're at. So I have a little bit here. You can see he has nothing right in here, so I want to put some of that there. Let me see on the camera. I'm still too far away. Okay, so let's put a little bit here on his shoulder. And since this is a boy, you can make him broad through the shoulders. So you can get him as buff as you want him to, as you want. Okay. So you see how I left that inch? I'm going to have to whip stitch that close myself. So let's see how much more I want to put in here. Okay, so once you think you've got the body, I need some more in here. I can feel it already. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to keep working it till I'm happy with it. And then I'm going to take the head and I'm going to put this in like this till it comes out the other side. Okay, I'm going to put the head on. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to tighten this up. And then I'm going to finish that off. Make sure that when you do get the head on, you get that cable tie in that area, and then seal it and then cut that off. And you will have your boy doll. I'm going to move the stuffing around a little bit, so I'm not going to put the head on yet. But basically that is, I'll show it to you when I'm completely finished. But I want to get a little bit more stuffing down in here, so I'm going to use the knitting needle. Okay, I got a higher view so you can see him better. I've got him stuffed so far. I've only got I haven't got his tie twisted as tight as I need it. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you do pull this, you probably going to need some kind of a pair of pliers or something to pull this as tight as you can. Just make sure that when you do tie it, get it tight, you get it tight enough so you don't see any part of that neck. Have you ever seen an American girl that the head isn't on very tight? You'll be able to see it looks like she's got a cut right here because her head is so loose in the doll. So you want to get this as tight as you possibly can. So let me get this back in the camera so you can see it. Get this as tight as you possibly can. I'm going to get a pair of pliers and pull it a little bit tighter. Then I'm going to cut this flush right here. And then I'm going to do a couple whip stitches right here to seal up that back opening. Now if I was going to use cord, I would tie my knot right here, and then I would stuff those cords back down in the back of the neck, and then whip stitch it so you don't have those hanging cords like you'll see on the American Girls. You just stuff them in so you don't see them, and the clothes look better if they don't have a hanging cord in the back anyway. So there's my boy. I'm going to fix his hair a little bit, make him an outfit, and there you go. That was my attempt at converting a girl to a boy. So, you know, if you can get a cheap enough doll at one of the thrift shops, it's worth a try. You're going to hear a little bit of squeaking on the limbs, and that's going to be normal because you've just retightened the doll. So it's going to take a while for him to loosen up on his limbs. So, okay, so that's it. That's my attempt at a conversion. I think he turned out all right. I think he looks kind of like a boy. I can still touch up his hair a little bit, so maybe make it a little bit shorter here. Maybe trim his hair maybe a little bit more. But anyway, there you go. Now my girls have a boy to play with. Okay, see you guys later. Bye. Okay, here's a better picture of the boy doll. I've got him standing up next to a My Life doll from Walmart. You can tell that the boy doll isn't bigger than the other dolls. So that's just what's going to happen. I got him to stand up on his own. The only way I was able to do that, though, was by putting wedges in his shoes on his heel, so that he can stand up on his own. But at least I don't have to go through having to use a holder for him if I custom make his shoes. I could do a little bit better on his eyebrows. I think I might have made him a little bit too dark for his coloring. So let me put the My Life doll away. I think I could have done a little bit better on his eye coloring. I think his eyebrows are just a wee bit too dark for his hair. But, you know, it's a personal preference thing. So anyway, I haven't finished his back. Like I said, I'm still deciding whether or not I want to put a tie back here, or if I just want to get a smaller cable tie that I can get to fit around that fabric and then sew him back up. But, you know, it's just a minor thing. So anyway, he was $4.99. Got him at a thrift store, so I can't really complain. It didn't cost me a whole lot of money to try a conversion. So if that's something you want to do, you know, the best place to look is your thrift stores. So there he is. I have I got the Lizzie doll. Her hair is all dry now. Her hair turned out beautiful. What I did was, I still haven't got the marks out of her legs though. I sprayed her with Windex, and then I washed her hair with a mild shampoo. Let me see if I can get her down a little bit better. I washed her hair with a mild shampoo that had a nice scent to it, just so she could smell good. But her hair is absolutely gorgeous. Look at how gorgeous that is. And all it was the Windex and the shampoo. I'm going to try and put her on a different doll body. I'm not too crazy about these limbs and the way her body is shaped. I mean, it's cute, but it's not. It's more of a baby dollish look than it is a American Girl or an 18-inch doll look. But look at that face, isn't she gorgeous? So, but her neck has a plate around it. Can you see that? So I still think it'll fit on an Our Generation body or even an American Girl body, but I'm still going to have that protrusion around there. But that's just the way it is. I think it's just a flat head in there, a disc. But anyway, there she is, and she's one of the Lizzie dolls. So if you get a chance to pick her up, she was really cheap. I don't even think she was $4.99. I think she was a $2.99 doll. But anyway, there she is, and there's her hair. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.